Buckle up, besties, because these are the 10 books I want to try and read by the end of this year. We are going to be going through the 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year. And as of today, it is November 7th. So I have a month and a bit to get through all of these books, but I think if I try hard enough, I can do it. So let's go through all of these books like pretty rapid fire. This is going to be kind of like a TBR, but like the end of year TBR, and this was inspired by the 10 before the end on TikTok, so I'm just making it a YouTube version because why not? So these are going to count as one book. Let's just count these as one book because it is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas, and I've been saying how much I want to start this series. I'm just so indecisive and I can't choose what book I want to start with, and then I was convinced to start with Throne of Glass, and then it was like the algorithm knew that I was going to start with Throne of Glass. And then I got so many videos of people on TikTok being like, this is why you should start with Assassin's Blade. So who knows when I start this? I wanted to start it in October and we're in November, so I don't know. But once my indecisive brain decides, I will be starting this series. I just need to start this series before the end of the year. We actually have 2 Elsie Silver books on this list because she's literally my new obsession, but this one is flawless because I have heard such great things about the Chestnut Spring series, and I think I just have like a special emotional attachment to Elsie Silver because she's Canadian and I'm also Canadian. Just the way that she writes relationships, I don't know, the banter is amazing. When I finished Wild Love, I said that I wanted to read more of her books, and I know that Chestnut Springs is a lot of people's like favorite series by her. I know she also has the Gold Rush Ranch series, but I'm going to start with this one, and I'm so excited. I think it's going to be amazing from all of the things I've heard. I've only heard like good things about this, so we'll see how I like it. Do I even need to say more? Can I just show you guys this? Because of course I want to read Iron Flame before the new year. I've been terrified to start this, but also I've been holding myself back from starting this because ever since finishing Fourth Wing, I just need to know what happens, but also I'm like, I need to pace myself because I know that Onyx Storm comes out at the end of January, and I know that this is going to end on a cliffhanger, so if I finish it too soon, I'm going to be distraught till January 21st when Onyx Storm comes out. But like, this is very dense, this is very heavy, which is, it's fine, but like when I say Fourth Wing has been my Roman Empire since reading it, I can't stop thinking about it, and I think that, bold statement, I know, the year's not over, but I do think that Fourth Wing is gonna be my favorite book of the year. Bold statement, I know, we're not done the year, but I do feel in my soul that it's gonna be my favorite book of the year. It's just the way that I'm so ready for this to like emotionally destroy me, but at the same time I'm so scared for it to emotionally destroy me. The way that I'm like clutching at this book, if you guys remember when I finished The Ballad of Never After, I was like so emotionally attached, like I couldn't let go. I was like clutching it like this and I couldn't let go. It was like an emotional support book, but it caused me such emotional damage. I feel like this is what the series is going to do to me. And I did just realize that Rebecca said it was going to be a 5-book series. Don't quote me on that. I read it somewhere. And I was just expecting 3 books. So I don't know what Onyx Storm is going to do to me, but we don't think about that yet because we have to read Iron Flame. Next up, we have a novel love story by Ashley Poston, and I found this at HomeSense for like 16 bucks. So I had to pick it up, of course. I loved The 7-Year Slip. I did also read The Dead Romantics, and I like that too, but I think The 7-Year Slip is like top tier for me of Ashley Poston books, and I know people have had like super mixed reviews about this, but I do want to read it and like form my own opinions because the concept of this book sounds so fun and like cozy, and I know a lot of people said that if you want to read it, try and read it during cozy season because it gives off like fall vibes. So we'll see how this goes. I love the way that Ashley Poston like incorporates magical realism because it's like a little dash of fantasy, and I'm a fantasy girly, so I love it, and I think it will be really fun. I really hope I like it. Fingers crossed. I don't know, but we'll make our own opinions for ourselves, and I think this will be like a great book to read in November when I'm reading all of like my heavier dense fantasies. Divine Rivals is a bit of a random book because I picked it up on a whim. It was on sale at Indigo and I was having a rough day, so hence this book. But I remember a lot of people saying that it was an amazing book and they recommended to read it during like the cozy or the colder months, so like for cozy reading. So I think this will be great for November. I'm really hoping to get a lot of my fantasies read in November because I know once December hits I'm gonna be so busy with like Christmas and planning and like all the festive stuff. So this will definitely be a November book and it'll just be for cozy vibes, you know, the end of fall, beginning of winter. I think it'll be really fun and I've heard so many good things about this, so hopefully I agree with the masses. Who knows? We all know what happens when I read hyped up books by Book Talk and I don't like them. I get sad. So fingers crossed that I really do like this. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I've read a few of Emily Henry's books, but I haven't read Book Lovers yet. And one of my friends recommended this book to me and she said it was her favorite Emily Henry book. So I got to take her recommendation for what it is. But I need someone's opinion. Is this a summer book? Because I associate Emily Henry with summer, and not like I'm saving the book for the season, but like I am saving the book for the season if it's going to make it better. So is this a summer book? Is it not? I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to do some research. But I'm really excited because it's literally called Book Lovers. Like, what? How can you go wrong with that? And I loved Funny Story, but I didn't love Beach Read as much. And I think my ranking of her books so far would be Funny Story, Happy Place, and then Beach Read, because those are the three that I've read by her. We'll see where this ranks. I really hope that it ranks higher than Beach Read, but we'll see. It's called Book Lovers, guys. Like, come on. Like, how can I not love this? Love Elixir of Augusta Stern. I've been putting this off and it, like, honestly, like, why? I don't know. But I think it's just because all of my big fantasies have not gotten in the way, but I've had a draw to read them over this guy. So I really want to get to this by the end of the year because just like the plot line sounds like so much fun and I think I'm really gonna like it. I just haven't picked it up, if that makes sense. Like I don't know why I'm restricting myself like this. I just need to pick it up. And I think it's just a little intimidating because I know that it's like literary fiction. So it's just a little scary to me, but if I give it a chance, I might really like it. And I think I will really like it because it's about two seniors who reconnect in a senior's home in Florida. Like, that sounds like so much fun, but we'll see if I get around to it. I better. This is past me telling future me that if I don't read this by the end of the year, then I don't know, a consequence. I can't buy a book. I don't think I'm actually gonna stick to that, but just read it. Please, future me, just read it because I think it's gonna be so fun. I actually think this is really funny because right before I bought Spectacular by Stephanie Garber, I told my boyfriend, he was asking me, he's like, are you gonna read any Christmas books this year, like buy any Christmas books? And I was like, no, probably not. I'm a Christmas girly. Like, I love Christmas. November 1st is Christmas to me. But I'm like, I don't know, just the concept of buying like a Christmas book, I'm like, probably not. Like, it doesn't interest me. I will read them, but I'll probably get them from the library. And then as soon as I said that, I went out and bought Spectacular, which is really funny because it's a Christmas novella. So, novella? But like, guys, look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh. But Stephanie is an auto-buy author for me because I just love all of her series. Like, we all know what happened when I read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Like, that just destroyed me. But we don't talk about that anymore. But I love her series and I love Caravel, and Caravel is actually one of the main reasons that, or like, it got me back into reading this year because my boyfriend's family actually bought me the last 2 books of the series, and that's kind of just what triggered it all again, which is great. So she has like a little special place in my heart. Like, I just love Stephanie Garber so much. And I'm really excited because I do love Caravel. I think I liked the Once Upon a Broken Heart series better, but both series are like amazing. But once she announced, I think back in the summer she announced this book, I already knew I was going to buy it. It was just a matter of if I pre-ordered it or if I didn't pre-order it. And I didn't pre-order it. I bought it anyways. And can we please just talk about like the artwork? Like, there's artwork artwork in this book, and I feel like a kid. And you know what? It's fine, because I need to find everyone a page. Like, isn't that pretty? It's literally like a storybook. The way that she laid everything out is gorgeous. Like, the end papers, oh my god, a pretty book will get me. We all know that. But like, a pretty book by Stephanie Garber, she just knows how to get me. Like, the Once Upon a Broken Heart UK covers, don't even get me started. She knows. She just knows. So I'm gonna read this during Christmas time. This will be a Christmas time read in December, and I'm really excited about it. A Study in Drowning was an unexpected add to the TBR, I guess, for book buying purposes, because if you don't know, Indigo released a bunch of new special editions, and all of the sprayed edges are beautiful. But I saw this, and I've always been kind of obsessed with the cover, but I've never been intrigued in reading dark academia, and I think that's what a lot of people call this. But it's another cozy fantasy, because they're like, read it during cozy season, so I'm like, okay, I must oblige. But I wanted to read it because if I like it, then I'm gonna put the special edition on my Christmas list, because why not? You know what, Indigo, you're good. You're good at what you do, because you release them right before Christmas, and like, the arts kid in me is screaming. But I think this will be fun. I think this will be really fun, and I'm excited to dive into the world of dark academia. And if this isn't dark academia, then I'm gonna be really embarrassed. But I also got this from the library. I picked it up yesterday, and sometimes I just forget, and I don't know why, but I forget that the library exists. So like, when I went in, I got all happy, and I just, that feeling of going into the library and getting a book, to me, is unmatched. Like, there's nothing that will beat that feeling to me, because it's like getting a free book. So when I remembered that the library exists yesterday, I was like, gotta go get it. So I got it, and I love rediscovering the library. So support your local library, because it's like free books. It's like free shopping. And who doesn't love free shopping? I don't know if this is cheating or not, because I'm almost done this book. But Wild Love is the last book on the TBR and the last Elsie Silver book on this list. And I'm loving it so far. It's so good. I don't know, just the way that I said before, like, that she writes relationships and banter is unmatched, in my opinion. I don't know, it's just like, I was gonna call it light and fluffy, but there are some things in here where it's like real world, like, issues. Not that, like, the main character in this is a pop star, so not like that's a relatable thing in the book, but like, I don't know, I think it's so cute, and the way that she gets me obsessed with like the children in this book is insane. Like, I didn't think I'd like kids in books, but the way that she's done it is just, she's made me obsessed with Emmy and Ollie. And can we talk about those names, please? Like, I love it so much. But again, I think she's gonna be one of these auto-buy authors, and she just holds a special place in my heart, and I love it so much. So I better finish this by the end of the year, because I don't have much left. So we'll see. I'm definitely finishing it by the end of this week, let's just say that. But this is the last book on the TBR, and what more can I say about Miss Elsie Silver? Like, I truly believe that this might be a 5-star book. I'm getting like the 5-star feeling, and I don't get that feeling often. So I literally have nothing bad to say about her or this book. I think I'm manifesting one day in the future that I get to meet her. I think that's just like, go to a book signing or something. I think that's what I'm manifesting for, I don't know what year, but a year, because she's amazing and I love her. Okay, here they all are. Very heavy pile. But I think if we try hard enough, we can do it. Oh my gosh, do you see this like wobbling? Pretend that Throne of Glass and Assassin's Blade are one book, okay? But thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. This is insane, but I think we can do it. If we try hard enough, I think we can do it. And oh my gosh, I think I need to put them down. It's okay, I do arm day for a reason, right? To hold up all the books. That was like my little rapid fire TBR video, I guess you could say. And I know that it's kind of different from what I do, because it's not a reading vlog, and it's not a normal vlog, and it's not a monthly wrap up, but I think it's fun, and I like watching people's TBR videos, so I was like, I might as well just contribute, because I think this will be a fun thing to do. So please wish me luck. If you guys have any recommendations for me too, let me know because I'll add them to the growing TBR. And I think this stack plus 2 other books are the only books I have on my physical TBR. So hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe we can get through my whole physical TBR by the end of the year. Probably not, but it's a nice thing to think of, you know? But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye guys!